And welcome to Midnight Linux. So today we're taking a look at Cachy OS on X11, XFCE. So let's have a look. I'm curious to see uh, mainly the recordings part of it, but we'll also take a look at other things. This is a kind of a vanilla XFCE. It usually has a panel on the bottom. Let me show you what that looks like. Panel. I took it out already, but I was just panel preferences, panel add. So it would look like that. And then you can drag things to your panel. Basically, it's Mac OS like. So let's say we wanted Firefox down here. We just maybe it's not that easy. Let me see. Add new item. Launcher. Add. Properties. And you add. Oh, here you go. So it's basically a launcher for your apps. And that's kind of how it came. It had the web browser, file manager, the terminal, and I think something else. But I don't use it, so I took it out. And make sure that I get rid of this. And then we're going to panel preferences, panel 2, take it out. So we're back to just having the top panel. Now, I kind of like having the top panel, but if you do want to have it on the bottom, nope, that's not it. If you do want to move it, it was it properties? No. I think you just have to grab it from one. So you grab it from one of the ends where it has the little dots, because it's not locked at the moment. You can lock it. Let me put it back up to the top. So if you want to lock it, you gotta go to panel preferences and then lock it, and then it won't move anywhere, and those little dots will disappear, I believe. So let's do that. I'm gonna keep it on the top. The other thing is this is the old school Windows kind of menu. It's one of the menus that XFCE has as default, but it also lets you do, for example, if you want to add a new item here, there's one called Whisker menu, and then you add it, close, And then here you can just move it. Make sure it hides it right next to the. So now you can get rid of this one. And actually, let me move this. Actually, I don't have to move it. I think there is a good spot. So there you go. That's the whisker menu. It just depends on your style, how you, which one you prefer. So I'm gonna leave the whisker menu for now. There's a lot of, as you can see with XFCE customizations, you can make this bar thicker and skinnier. So, and there's also themes you can get at I forget what was the name of the website. It was like if you just put XFC themes on your Google search, you'll find it. It's not hard to find. I think it was looks XFC looks or something. But yeah, look, if you want, just Google XFCE themes. The other thing I wanted to do, which is kind of ugly right now, is the colors. And you see how they also pop up to the. I like them when they pop up in the middle, and I also like the dark theme. So let me show you how to do that real quick. When you are looking at appearance, a weighted dark would be your dark theme for XFCE. This is where you would see your other themes if you download them from that website. So you can add different icon packs, and they would be right here. I will maybe show you. I guess I'll show you how to do that, just in case you don't know where to put the themes. It's pretty easy. You have to just go to your home folder and view hidden files, and I believe you just make a dot themes right here. When you make the dot themes folder, it's hidden, so normally you wouldn't see it, but that's where the system looks for the extra themes that you added. And I think there's also a dot icons one that you would make if you're adding icons to your desktop. I would probably leave it on this theme. Maybe just change the icons to make them look more modern. I like it this way. Let's make it so that the windows show up in the middle. Now that we fixed the dark theme thing here, so I want them to pop up here. And because you can see there's a little bit of screen tearing, we're also gonna try to fix that. But if you want to make them pop up in the middle, I believe it was under settings. Window manager tweaks, maybe. Placement, yeah, placement. So only smaller windows. This is how it triggers it. Smaller windows right now because it's toward the small. So if you want most of your windows, I would recommend going like that. And then most of them will pop up in the middle, unless they're very large. And then they'll just pop up wherever you set them. So let's do it like that, and then let's try it out. Yep, so that works. now we have the windows popping up in the middle. As you can see, this is my NeoFetch showing you that I'm on X11. It is Cachy OS. Yeah, so far it's running smoothly. I just need that screen tearing to go away, which is interesting, I gotta say. I believe if we go to the change directory, and then we or LL. There's only two there. Let's see. Let's try. Because what we're looking for is an xorg.conf. Here's an X11. Let's try to go in there. I tried going in the user. It didn't seem to help. So if we can maybe go into let me try this. User share. That let me go. And then user share. Alright, that's let me go in. Okay, so what we want to do is okay. Now we are kind of where we need to be. So what we need to do is make, from what I was reading, let me see if I could pull this up. It would be a sudo, I don't even know if we have nano. Let me sudo pacman. Yeah, we should have nano. So it should be sudo nano. Ten a in it. It kind of did it for me, so I think we're heading in the right direction. Put in the password. Okay, here is something. This is like a settings for your AMD driver. So identifier, AMD match driver, AMD option, hot plug driver, AMD GPU. And then, so I think in here, if we add the option tear free, space. So basically you would add a space, right? Option, add a space, semicolon, quotation mark, tear free with a capital, and then on lowercase is what I'm reading. And then to write it out, you can Control O, and then you hit enter. And then to exit, you Control X. So I don't know if it'll stop the screen tearing or not, because it's still there. We might need to reboot and see if it works. So I'll be back in a second and I'll let you know if it worked. So welcome back. It seems to have solved the tearing problem, so that looks a lot better. So we have a tear-free X11 XFCE desktop. So now I guess we want to check out the possibility of doing a recording, like Hollow Knight. I'm just gonna do Hollow Knight. I think it's enough to see if the problem persists, or if it goes away. So I'm just curious, because that's kind of what we looked at in the last video, and I'm not too sure if it's because of X11 or Wayland. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to install Steam, and I think you guys already watched me install Steam once. It was a special package that I'm gonna go through these things. I just realized I haven't used the browser yet. It was a special package that Cachy has, where it installs all the wine and all the other things that go with the Steam. So it's this one here. So all I did was just Google, install Steam, Cachy OS, and then it brought me to this page. So I'm gonna copy it and then paste it. Let me turn this off. Oh, and before we do that, let's not forget to set this is one of the things that most people will probably miss on Cachy OS: post install recommendations. And they want you to go ahead and go into this configuration. So for all you folks that haven't done this, do this. It's for your compliance on wireless frequencies in your country. So all you do once you're in this configuration file is you will scroll to your country and see how it's commented. So you want to comment it out. So here, comment it out. See, now it's gonna know that I'm in the United States and give me the proper frequencies. So in order to save this, Control Q brought me to this. So it says save changes. So then you put Y, N, or escape. So I'm gonna put Y, and I should be good. Let's double check it. Yep, so it saved my changes. So I'm gonna Control Q to get out. All right, now we can go ahead and do the meta package for Steam. Steam meta package. It's gonna install. It's because Cachy has done optimization, so it'll install like an optimized version of Wine and optimized version of Wine Tricks, I believe, and maybe also they've changed some other things. So I'm gonna try out their package again, and I don't want to change too much because this is mainly to see how the recordings go in between Wayland and X11. So let's go ahead and do that. Default is 1, so we're gonna hit 1, and there it has started. So that should take us into having Steam up and running. So I'll since it might take a little bit, and also I gotta download Hollow Knight, so let you go, and I'll be back in a few minutes when everything is ready to be tested. So we're back. So the video, I just took a look at it. It is a lot smoother. It seems good. So if you're a creator on Cachy OS, probably be better for you to be on XFCE and X11, just because you can like record your screen. Like if you're recording like regular screen stuff, I didn't notice anything, but if you're doing games, the Wayland implementation on, at least on the GNOME one, was not smooth. It was choppy. as you saw in the last video. So if you didn't see the last video, I behoove you to go ahead and go back and check it out, and you'll see that it was choppy in games. The OBS settings were the same, and all the hardware was the same. The only thing that was different was the fact that we went to XFCE on X11, and originally we tried Wayland. So Wayland was just choppy on games. I don't know why. But when it comes to regular, it wasn't choppy when you're playing the game. Like I have to make sure you guys understand that when I was playing the games looked just fine. And it was only when I looked back at the recordings that I did on the Wayland sessions that you could see the games were choppy. So if you're not recording games, if you're just gonna play your games and not be recording them, so you'll be fine in the regular GNOME. This is the default, and will be the default for most future operating systems. But now, if you are going to be making content on your computer, especially games, I recommend that you use X11 for now until they fix it, because I'm almost 90%, 95% sure that it has to do with Wayland. And X11, yes, it has its little quirks, like you saw in this video. You had screen tearing, and you have to do some research online to get the screen tearing fixed. If you go to Linux Mint, for example, it doesn't have that problem out of the box. I didn't have to fix it. So I'm on XFCE Linux Mint normally. That's like my daily driver. So yeah, the Cachy OS, I really do like it. I've tried GNOME now. It was working very well. Wayland was I didn't see any issues until I recorded a game, but everything else seems to work really well. And this XFCE implementation also is working very well. I don't see any issues here. So yeah, I really do. I have enjoyed it, and I gotta say, over this past few weeks, it's been interesting. And what's nice about Cachy is that they give you like at least 15 different desktop options. They are available when you're doing the install. You'll see that they'll give you the list when you're installing it. It just says which desktop do you want, and then there's stuff for advanced users, and then there's stuff for newbies, like Cinnamon and XFCE and GNOME and Plasma. So yeah, I've enjoyed my time with Cachy, and I do think this will be my last video for Cachy, at least for a little bit. And we're gonna try and see if we finally move on to a another distribution, probably Omarchi or maybe Debian 13 in the next few days. So with that, I hope you guys learned something, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.